Hey everybody, welcome to Comic Book Club. I'm Alex.
I'm Pete.
And Justin is in Alaska for the next 3 weeks.
And he took Zalvin Sideburns with him.
Alright, I shaved them off so I can dress like a lady. Come on, we have to be honest to our audience about
let's start being honest.
Speaking of being honest, Justin has said that he's going to tape some stuff in Alaska and send it back to us. And I believe that's going to happen.
I also hope that Justin is going to post the other shows that we shot.
Oh, yeah. Well, because you shot a couple of shows. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
This is a new leaf, new dawn for Comic Book Club. We're very excited about it. Let's get into the reviews because we have a bunch of number ones for you guys today.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Oracle the Cure, number one, The Muppet Show, the comic book, number one, and the long-awaited X-Force Cable Messiah War, one shot. So let's get right into it with Oracle the Cure. Number one, part of Battle.
You're having a problem. Yeah, you're having a problem with the Battle for the Cowl and the Cure.
I just can't pronounce things anymore.
Okay, well.
I had mentioned that I was pretty worried about this book because you do something called Oracle the Cure and you're like, okay, they're going to cure her legs being paralyzed. And that makes me pretty pissed off because a lot of people, and I'm one of them, feel that Barbara Gordon as a character really came into her own when she became Oracle rather than Batgirl, forming her own legacy and probably being one of the most unique comic book characters in the past 20 years, I would say. Would you agree?
I don't know about unique. I definitely think I like her in the wheelchair. I think it's cool. I like her being badass and in a wheelchair. I think it work. There's this weird thing where it's like I don't feel like they feel like they kind of show off her titties a little bit, and I'm like, I don't know why you need to do that. I get it. She's hot. She's in wheelchair. That's cool. That's great. But, maybe tone it down a little bit.
For those of you who don't know what this book is about, it turns out that it's once again the Oracle going up against Calculator, who is like the evil Oracle. There's a whole thing going on. The Cure may in fact refer to something going on with the Calculator's daughter. We don't know yet. What Pete is talking about is the first couple of pages is unnecessary TNA with Oracle, where she's like, well, gotta take a shower now, time to take off all my clothes. I don't know what the point of that is. This feels...
And then the preview for the next one is just her, like, you're looking down her shirt.
Between that and the constant references to her being like, sometimes I think about my legs being paralyzed and I want to kill myself, I think Gail Simone is somewhere rolling around in her grave.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on. This
She's not dead, though.
I know
she was dead.
Yes, if she was, I bet Gail Simone was like, oh man, I'm going to crawl into a grave, and I'm going to lie in this grave, and then I'm going to roll around just to make a point. I think that's what's happening.
But, you know what, if you're going to take a dinner with the commissioner, Commissioner Gordon, at least talk to him. Don't pretend like he's not there.
I could be wrong, but I believe Kevin Van Hook, the writer of this, is the guy who wrote the seminal work Batman and Superman versus Vampires and Werewolves, which we have talked about in this book before. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But, oh man, he's certainly continuing his winning streak here.
Yeah, this is horrible. Don't even...
Yeah.
If you see someone buying this in the store, stop them.
Yeah, basically, here, pretend to be a guy who's taking this off the rack. Don't. That's what you do. All right.
Or you could just be like, what are you doing? I'll take $3 from you and then slap you in the face.
I gotta be honest, I think my way's more direct. Let's move on and talk about from Boom Studios, The Muppet Show, number one.
It's time to start the music. It's time to...
In the interest of honesty, every time I tried to open this up and read this, I would literally go like this.
It's time to start... You gotta sing before you do it, just to get into the mode.
Yeah, but when somebody, let's say Pete, keeps singing it, it makes it a little hard to read. What did you think about this book, Pete?
I'm a big fan of the Muppet Show. I thought it was fantastic as a kid. So I was real excited when I heard Boom Studios was going to make this. I think they did a really good job of getting some of the character voices and getting all the different... I mean, obviously you couldn't get all of them in the first one, but I was excited with who was in there and what they did. I was very happy with it. I think it's very enjoyable, very true to the show.
I think, okay, there's two things going on here. One, written and drawn by Roger Langridge. I can never pronounce that name, like most things apparently I can't pronounce. It is adorable. The art is adorable, and I agree with you. There's some really sweet, nice moments, as well as some goofy pun moments. Here's what I'd like to see them do. I think it shows a lot of promise. Something that the Muppets have always done is embrace whatever medium they're in. From television with the Muppet Show to you look at a lot of all the Muppets right now have their own YouTube channels, and they do things that are very appropriate for YouTube, and it's really funny. This is the Muppet Show in comic book form, and though at the beginning they say hot news, the Muppets are in comic book form now, I don't really feel like they follow up on it. It feels like the television show in a book.
Oh, okay. So you're saying carry out the bit is what you wanted to see.
I would
That's
like,
good. That's good. Yeah.
I would like to see that. I would like to see that in upcoming issues, and I think that doesn't bar you from buying this book. I'm just curious to see where they go with it.
Then I want to see Beaker. I want to see a lot of Beaker.
Yeah, I want it to form its own bits. I don't want it to just be a nostalgia book. I want it to be because I love the Muppets so much.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but I would say pick it up still.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Just for the adorable nostalgia factor. Last thing we're going to talk about is XForce Cable Messiah War. I love XForce. I love Cable. It is so weird to me that you're like, yeah, I'm okay with both of those books because they seem like they're right up your alley. What did you think of this?
Well, here's what I'm having a problem with. I agree with you. I think XForce is fantastic, and I'm surprised how much I'm liking Cable. I've been reading XForce and I've been reading Cable, and the first half of this book is just everything that I've already read, and not given to me in a different way, which I was upset about. If you're going to recap, do it in a different way, take less pages. It was just a lot of like, okay, I know this. I understand, hey, maybe people haven't been reading, but it was just, it kind of turned me off a little bit, and then you left a sour taste in my mouth.
I didn't really mind that, actually. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I feel like this is working in a very weird place where not everybody is buying X-Force, not everybody is buying Cable, and because it's Messiah War, which is the second part of the Messiah Complex trilogy, you're getting people who are just generally X-Men fans who are picking up this story for the first time. So, if that had actually been the bulk of the issue, I would have had a problem with it. But it was like the first third, and there's still an oversized issue of story that you're getting with the rest of it once we catch up to the present. For those of you who aren't reading it, the idea is Cable is on the run in the future with the baby from Messiah Complex running away from Bishop, who's trying to kill him. X-Force gets sent to the future by Scott Summers to help Cable.
At a really bad time.
Yes, at the worst time possible.
Yeah, and it's I better start getting some explanation of why Scott Summers did what he did, because I'm really upset about it. But focusing on this book, also there was this weird bar scene with a guy you don't know, and there was a lot of like talking around issues. Like, I can give you this. Nah, I don't need that. How about I give you this? Nah, I'm not too keen on it. Oh, maybe I'll give you this. Okay, I'll do it for that.
That was so obvious. Here's what this is. Apparently it's time for 90s nostalgia, you guys, and I am totally into it. This is hardcore. Reading this book is like every single comic book you read in the 90s, every single X-Men comic book smashed into one, and it's totally awesome and totally fun.
No.
Because I'll ruin a couple of things for you guys from here, because I don't think it ruins the whole thing, but not only do you have all the sharpest X-Men all on one team with X-Force, not only do you have the dude with the biggest guns, but actually, you know what? I'm not going to ruin it, because I do think you should pick it up. But what Pete's saying is totally wrong.
Nope, you couldn't be farther.
This is a great book. If you haven't been reading any of these, pick this up, and this is a great starting point, because it's going to be a kick-ass fun thing.
Keep reading X-Force and Cable, and then we'll let you know when this gets good.
If you're a fan of the Extinction Agenda, you are going to love this. Guaranteed.
Not yet.
Guaranteed.
Not sold yet.
If you have a question for us, you can write us at thecomicbookclub@yahoo.com. Comment below, upload your video responses, check out our blog, popcultureshock.com/cbclub. You can check out our iTunes podcast, that is under Comic Book Club Live. And if you're ever in New York.
On a Tuesday, 8 o'clock, we'd love to see you at the People's Improv Theater. Please comment and let us know what you think of Alex clean shaven. Because I'm freaking
Absolutely.
out.
And if you are in Alaska, Justin's going to be touring around for the next 3 weeks, so go kick a penguin at him or something. That was not insulting.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe unleash a wolf. I think it's
Metaphorical.
Yeah.
Unleash